Welcome to this explainer from the IELTS Focus. Today, we are diving deep into the IELTS topic of housing and homelessness. I'm going to show you how to take a simple, paragraph and really level it up into something that scores big. All right, let's get into it. Okay, first things first, let's look at our starting point. We've got a pretty solid sample paragraph here with a clear, logical structure. It's a great foundation, but we're here to build a skyscraper on top of it. So notice the logic here. It's pretty straightforward, right? It's a simple chain reaction. Not enough houses leads to problems, which then puts a strain on charities. This kind of clear thinking is exactly what IELTS examiners are looking for as a base. This simple A leads to B leads to C thing, it's effective for sure, but is it going to get you the top marks? Probably not. To really wow the examiner, we need to make the language way more sophisticated. Let's see how. Let's kick things off by upgrading the language we use for the main cause of the problem. This is a crucial skill in writing task 2. You've got to show off your vocabulary range. Just look at the difference there. The advanced version isn't just throwing in bigger words for the sake of it. It's using much more precise language. It's not just population growth, it's rapid population growth that has outpaced development. Those little changes, they show a much, much deeper level of thinking. These are absolutely fantastic phrases to have in your toolbox. Outpaced housing development, that's so much more dynamic than just saying there aren't enough houses. And secure, stable housing, it just elevates the whole tone. This is exactly what you need for a high score in lexical resource. Okay, let's check out another way to phrase this. And this is brilliant because it introduces a really specific cause, migration. When you use a term like rural to urban migration, you're showing specific, relevant knowledge. And that vocabulary, severely overstretched. Wow, it just paints such a powerful picture of a system at its breaking point. So the main takeaway here is to be specific and to be powerful. Don't just say prices go up, say they escalate sharply. Instead of poor people, try the more formal, academic phrase, economically vulnerable citizens. This is the kind of tone that task 2 demands. All right, let's switch gears and look at the effects. Just like we upgraded the cause, we can add a whole lot more detail and nuance to the consequences of a housing crisis. So what makes the advanced one so much better? Well, for starters, placing additional strain is way more formal than put pressure on. And second, by expanding from just charities to include social services, you're showing that you understand the wider scope of the problem. Now, this is a much smarter point to make. It's not just that prices are high, it's about why they're high. This advanced version introduces the idea of development inequality, arguing that developers are chasing profits, and that's what forces people out. This right here shows critical thinking. Using phrases like widen socioeconomic disparities or perpetuate cycles of poverty, that takes your essay from a simple description to a really sophisticated analysis of the impact on society. This is the kind of language that's going to push you into that band 7, 8, or even 9 territory. So you've got all these powerful ideas, but how do you connect them all together smoothly? You need high-level linking phrases. Getting your cohesion right is absolutely essential for a high score, and these phrases are going to help you do just that. This is such a simple but effective upgrade. Instead of just saying a simple word like so, you start your sentence with as a consequence. It's more formal, and it immediately makes your writing sound more academic. This phrase is pure gold. It's perfect for showing that complex chain reaction we talked about right at the start. It signals to the examiner that you're not just listing separate points, you're explaining a connected sequence of events. So here's a list of the powerful connectors we've seen, but listen, the goal isn't just to memorize this list. The real challenge is to practice using them so they become a natural part of how you write. Mastering these is the key to a great score in cohesion and coherence. And finally, let's bring it all together. We're going to use these new ideas and phrases to build towards a really powerful big picture conclusion. Remember, a strong conclusion doesn't just repeat things. It gives a final, broader perspective. To write a fantastic conclusion, you have to think about the wider implications. You need to ask yourself, so what? Why does this matter to society as a whole? Answering that question is the secret to a really memorable ending. And here's the key point that really elevates your conclusion. A housing crisis doesn't just affect the homeless. It affects everyone. Public money that should be going to build schools or fix roads gets diverted to emergency relief. All of a sudden, this isn't a problem about them, it's about the entire community. And there it is, a powerful final thought that sums up the bigger picture and leaves a lasting impression on the examiner. It shows you're not just describing a problem, you're analyzing its deepest consequences. Start putting this vocabulary and structure into practice, and you'll be on your way to a truly standout essay.